aujourd'hui pour
Nice, thank you very much.
Ouais, et c'est pour vous.
Thank you.
So,
We are on a garden. We are on the fourth floor of the Chateau Frontenac. Just underneath, we have the main kitchen. We have 4 kitchens here at the Chateau Frontenac, and everything started in this garden. Well, 18 years ago, when I came over, I just see this kind of. It wasn't like that, you know. It was just a roof,
Yes,
the roof of the
yeah.
kitchen. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
And I say, well, why not to try to do something? And you know, it came from my grandfather, my grandmother. I born in a small village in France, where well, everything was organic because it cannot be something else. You know, we were not
Exactly.
talking about pesticides.
Back in the
at
day,
time.
it wasn't even part of the lexicon.
That's
Exactly.
it. And you know, to have some fine herbs around me, it was really important for the kitchen, for cooking, and so on. Okay, and it started like this, a little bit with chives, and of course, year after year, we grow up around the garden, and now all the herbs I looking for and I need. Well, you know, during summertime, starting June through October, well, I have everything I need around here. Actually, in this garden, we have 3 things. We have, of course, the garden with the fine herbs. We have the chickens,
Wait,
the hen.
Can we go over and
Yes,
walk over
of
to
course.
them a little bit? I read about this a little bit, and it's just amazing when you think, just for our American viewers who might not know, the Chateau Frontenac, it's a hotel. It's the most famous hotel for me in Canada,
Okay.
and it's a landmark hotel, obviously.
It's a
and
landmark hotel in Québec City. Yes.
obviously, and also they should know that you're not just a chef, but you're a master chef. So could you maybe, well, it's okay, but you know, I mean, please explain to people what that might be, because not every person in the States knows what a maître chef would be.
Well, well, like you said, the Chateau Frontenac is a landmark of the Quebec City. When you come in Quebec City, well, you cannot miss the Chateau Frontenac. It's on the top of the city, and you know,
C'est là, là.
c'est là. It's there, and we are, well, it's a big operation. We have 620 rooms. We have 3 restaurants, banquets, and many things. You know, we produce around 2,000 covers a day, and we are around.
That's a lot, 2,000 covers a day, just for the average kitchen cook. That's
Yes.
just beyond imagination.
And we are 100 people in the kitchen, you know, working with me, 100 colleagues. And well, it's all about the Chateau Frontenac. Now, you can be a little bit big and to be organic and to think about organic. And you know, I work a lot with what I call artisans, those people working around Quebec City.
Like, it's a real art form, the food
Yes.
that they prepare and make for you to be able to use here.
That's
It's beyond just cultivating, but it's like a mélange, to use a French
Yes.
word, of art, cultivation, history, familial ancestry, the whole thing,
That's
soil.
And it's a nice synergy between chef and those artisans who can bring me salads or whatever, you know, meat or fish or anything, you know. And you know, inside of the Chateau Frontenac, to come up with this kind of philosophy, to say, well, I can do something even inside of on the middle of the city, on the middle of the Chateau Frontenac, I have a roof and I can do many things. And talking about this garden, well, I have those fine herbs and I have some chicken, hen, you know, they give me eggs, but you know.
Okay, let's go take a look at them.
Let me clear about those chicken, you know, I have only 5. I'm not, it's just for fun, those chicken.
It's not for every breakfast meal in the
No.
morning. Not all of our eggs would come from that if we stayed at the chateau.
You know, I
On
need,
veut, mais...
I need more than 1,000 eggs a day, and you know, it's not with 5 chicken. But for me, it's, you know, there are some Chantecler. Chantecler, it's Québécois ways, you know, and
They're beautiful.
they are beautiful. This morning I should have some eggs.
So we can see the role of a chef is not just about being in the kitchen, but it's about really knowing your produce, really knowing where your food comes from, and feeding the chickens.
Well, I will have 2 eggs soon, you know, because I have 2 chicken, 2 hen right there.
The girls are in the middle of doing their thing, in other
Yes.
words. So I'm assuming that you, obviously they're free range, and
Yes.
so for the chateau, do you make an effort to buy as much free range?
Yes, yes, to buy organic and more. You know, we are not talking anymore we are not talking about only products from Quebec. We are talking about organic products from Quebec. And more close you are from your product, closer you are from qualities, and of course transportation and so on. It's close, and you have less transportation, of course.
And less fossil fuel, less carbon impact.
That's it.
And the other thing I wanted to mention, I was thinking this morning, because you were saying that you grew up with your grandmother, and you learned cooking as a young boy. About 8 years old, you started, that sort of thing. And the one thing, I never knew my grandmother, but I knew her through her recipes.
Yes.
And so to me, that's like a really rich line, a way to know somebody. But the one thing she said, she told my mother, she grew up in Russia, she said, there's nothing better than a cucumber picked fresh from the garden.
Of course.
In a way, she knew that all the nutrients, if you could just talk about that sense of taste and what a real good organic piece of produce would impart to your cuisine.
You're right. All those herbs you have around, you have just to pick it up.
Can we pick one here?
Yes, right there. Or we have some lavender right here. And you know that it is fresh, and you have qualities. And we have some dragon right there.
So before we go to the over here, could you just tell us how you would maybe use this lavender? Let's say if you were making.
Well, we make lavender in the sherbet, for example, in some cream in a pastry. I will use it sometime for just a little with fish or scallops, for example. It will be nice. Stragon will go more for meat or things like this. I have some, I have so many herbs,
Whatever you want to choose to talk about, I'll follow you.
Well, let's talk about citronelle, lemon.
No, I think, this is this is lemon balm. Lemon balm. Great.
That's the right one.
I wish that we had smell-o-vision because...
not yet.
there's such a fabulous smell. Oh my gosh, it just makes me happy. I mean, I'm going to use, I used to be a massage therapist, so I'm a believer in essential oils, but can you talk about maybe even what the perfume set?
Well, it's really delicate perfume about citronelle. Once more, we use it with fish, and what is. When I'm talking about this garden, I'm talking about therapy. That's me. For me,
I remember reading that.
For me, it's mean, when sometimes it's too stressful inside of the kitchen, well, I just come up here with my coffee on this bench, and you just relax, you come down, it's a beautiful, it's for you only with those kind of copper roof and so on, And once more, it's a philosophy to grow up all those herbs and to say, well, you're close to the nature and things like this. Talking about close to the nature, what I got here, it's beehives, have honeys, okay?
Can we go over and
yes,
take a look at the bees?
Go over the honeys. We have to go the other way.
Okay.
It's a second garden.
Okay.
But that's I make a production for honeys, and I'm autonomous with all the honey I pick up. Last year, for example, I got around 600 pounds of honey, and it's more than I need inside of the kitchen, the pastry. And this year it's already a well start, and I will have quite a lot of honey.
I'm just wondering if you were a little bit hesitant when you started becoming a beekeeper. Was it a little bit?
Actually, it doesn't go like this. Okay, when you start to say, well, I will start to have some beehives, you meet somebody and you meet someone, and in this case, I met a beekeeper, a nice guy. His name is Mark, and I said, well, you have to teach me everything because I don't know nothing about bees. And I show him the garden right there. I don't use this garden because it's really hard to climb up around this garden.
Okay.
Like you see, this garden, you just go through the window, it's easy. And the other one was tougher, and that's the reason why I don't get so much things around here. And I asked him, do you think we can put some beehives inside? It was 3-4 years ago, and he said, let's try. And it was really great experience. First of all, I learned how to be apprenticeship beekeepers, okay?
And I really appreciate that because you've come from a position of being, and I'm going to use the term again, maître chef, to be a learner as well as not just a teacher.
Well, you all the time. You all the time
absolutely.
learn everything. You learn about everything you learn about chicken is not so much interesting. but bees,
Chicken poo is good.
well,
good compost.
Yeah, chicken. It's I don't know. Comments about chicken, but bees. It's really interesting. This small world, so complicated, and sometimes we don't understand how it goes. Okay, and we can go. We have to go the other way. You will follow me.
Before we go, can we chat a little bit just about the...
That's a capuchin nasturtium.
I guess in English, nasturtium?
Nasturtium.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because often you will find that on your plate with a salad or
we
as a decoration.
We use also flowers, of course. And we understand that no pesticide and no herbicide on those flowers, of course, okay. And all the flowers you see is there, we use it the same way. We have daylily.
Yes, daylilies, exactly. By the way, your English is fantastic.
What we do is daylily, we take out pesticide like this,
yes. Mm-hmm.
and we stuff it. And we stuff it like this, okay? We stuff it with, I don't know, some vegetables, organic vegetables, or some fish, or any kind of things, And that's the way we do, okay?
Beautiful.
And I have quite a lot, it starts already.
And that's meadowsweet, right?
No, that's its decoration.
Okay.
On the backyard, it's a decoration. It's oregano. I have so much oregano.
So if you come eat at the Chateau Frontenac in the Champlain restaurant, you can have
oregano.
It's just such a delight to be able to smell it. I mean, it just must make you happy in the kitchen, even though you've been doing this for forever. I mean, just to keep every day. And some basilic.
Yeah, the basil. I have two kinds. I have the purple and I have the green one.
Well, it's really great to eat all these green herbs. So,
I have some gooseberry right there, blueberries, but it's for my personal needs.
Okay.
It's nice. You will recognize the sage.
What I like about a lot of your herbs too is they're not only culinary, but a lot of them are medicinal herbs too.
Yes, yeah, that's a good one.
And so you could use thyme would be really good rinse for like a sore throat or something like that. And it tastes
lemon
great.
thyme.
Even better.
Or something maybe you never taste.
Okay.
Add mint chocolate.
I actually have, but I'll taste it again.
You have mint chocolate? Okay. Well,
That's fabulous, though. Oh, it's fantastic.
Vietnamese coriander.
What's the word for that? We use in English often. Cilantro, right? It's light.
It's a kind
yeah,
of.
yeah.
It's a kind of.
Maybe
Yes.
I'll make my salad tonight.
And we will go to see the bees.
Okay,